Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.com.
Checking more top stories, Israel says it's carrying out extensive strikes against Hezbollah in Lebanon. It comes after Hezbollah reportedly launched more than 100 rockets towards Israel this weekend. For the first time, Israel is warning civilians in southern Lebanon to move out of harm's way.
A bond hearing is expected today for the suspect in the apparent assassination attempt on former President Trump. Ryan Routh faces 2 federal gun charges and up to 20 years in prison if convicted in connection with the alleged attempt on Trump's life at the former president's golf course.
A pilot is dead after 2 small planes collided over Lancaster, California. 1 person was on board each plane. The FAA says the planes were single-engine training aircraft.
In today's weather, rain from western New York down to Texas with thunderstorms in the Midwest. Warmer than normal across the south, plenty of sun for the west.
And finally, the nurse bringing joy to young cancer patients with special character wigs.
She spoke to Danny New.
Oh man, what is in that box?
It's just a gift for kids all over the world to just be able to be kids.
Holly Christensen is the founder of a nonprofit called the Magic Yarn Project, which provides these hand-knit beanies for kids who are going through a lot. 9 years ago, Holly was working as an oncology nurse, often hearing how wigs could be too irritating to young scalps undergoing chemotherapy. So one day she decided to knit a Rapunzel beanie for her friend's daughter who was battling cancer.
When she went to the hospital, the other kids were wondering where they could get something like this.
Almost a decade later, there have been more than 60,000 wigs knit just like that, but with the help of 150,000 volunteers. The Magic Yarn Project has sent wigs out to 50 states, 52 countries, and every continent but the really cold one.
Doesn't matter if they're in Kentucky or Kenya, they love the wigs. They love becoming their favorite superhero, their favorite princess.
Let it go, let it go.
Not surprisingly, as far as most popular requests go, Elsa remains the queen.
Like it?
Holly says Moana and Spider-Man are 2 of the other most beloved characters.
Today we're going to teach you how to make our Jasmine beanie style wig.
And as far as volunteering goes, you don't just have to be able to crochet. They also need folks to cut the yarn for the knitters or even bedazzle the wigs with extra bling.
There's something really special about this kind of volunteer work because our volunteers are making something very personal for a child.
Who's it like?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
They have chapters all across the U.S. and Canada, guys, and they even have workshops where you can learn how to knit a beanie worthy of Queen Elsa. Their website, guys, themagicyarnproject.com.
What a great organization.
Bringing so much joy to young people.
That's what's making news in America this morning.
Good Day Dayton, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ABC 22.
Good morning, I'm Alex King.
And I'm Melina Brown. Here are 3 quick stories to get your day started. Paw Patrol, that's a tongue twister. Adventure Play is officially open at Coastside. The exhibit is included in general admission. You can check it out Wednesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah, this sounds like so much fun. They've got all kinds of different themes throughout it, and I mean, the kids love Paw Patrol.
Okay, so I have a couple cousins that are Paw Patrol age, and it's actually a really cute show. This would be
really
a super fun experience if you have young kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah. So cute. And it is officially fall, y'all, as the leaves change colors and the air becomes crisp. It is a perfect time to explore the wonders of nature. Join the Boonshoft Museum this fall to discover the fascinating ways wildlife adapts to the changing seasons. You can explore the animal exhibits or take a stroll through Worthner Woods, and there's so much to learn and enjoy, of course.
I love fall. We know this.
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
I feel like this weekend is really like when we got to see the leaves falling and changing.
September.
Yeah.
Did you play that song?
No, I didn't.
Alex. And while you're at exploring, keep in mind 5 River Parks Metro Parks has issued a ban on burning in its facilities. This ban is due to the extremely dry conditions that have the potential to start some unintended fires. This has the most impact on activities in shelters and campsites. Yeah, it's been dry.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have like different recommendations for you. This is from the Metro Parks Instagram. You know, just safety tips just as simple as discarding your cigarettes in designated receptacles. Do not park or idle on or drive over grass. Tons of different things. Be smart while you're using cooking equipment.
For sure.
So. And here is a live look over the Miami Valley thanks to Skycams. We are waking up to a calm start to the day here in Dayton. Saw a little bit of some sprinkles this morning.
Yeah, it was wet when I woke up, and then as I was driving here, there was a little bit of sprinkles, but we are expecting a warm day ahead. Let's go ahead and send things over to meteorologist Tim Boyd.
Yeah, we did get up to a little bit of a wet start this morning. We had some heavy showers move through in the very early morning hours, right around 1 to 2 in the morning, but those quickly moved on out of here. So mild conditions now because those clouds have been lingering and really trapping in the warmer air at the surface level. So still sitting around 69 in Dayton as well as Columbus down towards Cincinnati, looking at 70 degrees, 65 up towards Lima. Now, compared to this time yesterday, pretty much a lot warmer in some spots. 10 degrees warmer in Middletown and Springfield. Wilmington 13 degrees warmer right now than this time yesterday. Only 6 degrees warmer though in Greenville and Dayton. Now out the door today, going to be a relatively dry one. Temperatures making up to around 78, 79 degrees. Mostly cloudy conditions. We'll have a chance of rain after around 7 to 8 this afternoon. Traffic looking pretty good right now. Not a whole lot going on out there. You see 75, 35 moving nicely, as well as 75 and 3rd Street pretty well lit up there. No accidents or construction at this time.
The Miami Valley is experiencing dry conditions. As we mentioned, Greene and Clark counties are in extreme drought, while Montgomery and Miami are in a severe drought.
Kasha Hancock caught up with the Homestead Golf Course in Tip City to see how this is affecting their course.
We finally had some rainfall in Tip City. However, after talking to Dave Knife, owner of Homestead Golf Course, it's clear that they had to come up with alternative ways to keep the course maintained. Homestead Golf Course has been a part of the Tip City community for 60 years, and Dave Knife says this is probably the second worst drought he's seen since 1988, where they had to rent 2 tanker trucks just for water supply. But he tells me that difficult time helped them better prepare for times like this.
After that, we were able to purchase some land over here, and we put about a 5-acre lake in. So ever since then, we've always had enough water to kind of get through the dry spells.
To learn more information about this drought and how to keep yourself and your community safe, I've linked the Ohio Department of Commerce website to the web version of this story at Dayton247now.com. Back to you.
A local restaurant reopened less than 24 hours after a car crashed into the building Saturday night. Montgomery County Regional Dispatch says it happened at Saki Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar in Miami Township around 10 p.m. The restaurant tells us no one was hurt, and its main concern was for the driver and the passengers.
A person is recovering after being shot in Springfield early yesterday morning. Clark County Regional Dispatch says crews were called here to West High Street around 1:30 a.m. Police say they found one person with a gunshot wound. They were taken to Miami Valley Hospital by Care Flight. Springfield police is investigating.
Faith leaders gathering at Greater Grace Temple in Springfield Sunday in support of the Haitian community. Community members joined the group to welcome the, quote, stranger among us and encourage everyone to love their neighbors. The group is pushing for justice in their community, saying Springfield is, quote, not a place of lies.
How we treat the immigrant is a top policy concern of God. In Proverbs chapter 6, it says there are 6 things, yeah, even 7, that the Lord hates. And one of those things that the Lord hates is a lying tongue and spreading discord.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since the city was thrown into the national spotlight at the first debate between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. Trump brought up the now debunked rumors surrounding the growing Haitian population in Springfield.
First Lutheran Church in Xenia proclaiming and wishing peace on the city as well as Springfield and the surrounding areas. The church rededicated a new peace pole, a symbol of peace and unity around the world. The church strives to create a stronger sense of community using today's dedication as well as several other community-driven projects to do so.
Our wish, our prayer, our hope, and what we enact for is peace in the Xenia community, peace in the whole community.
Being in war, of being in a community that went through devastation many times. Our friends and our prayers are happening with our neighbors here in Springfield that are going through a very difficult time.
The church also operates a blessing box, which is filled with non-perishable food items for those in need, and a feeding ministry, which serves about 100 people free food every week.
A juvenile is waking up behind bars this morning after police say they threatened Miamisburg High School's homecoming dance. Montgomery County Regional Dispatch tells us the threat was made on Snapchat Saturday night. The on-duty sergeant says security measures were heightened. We have reached out to the district for comment and are waiting to hear back.
HP Hood LLC is now recalling 5 types of 96-ounce cartons of lactate milk. The FDA says the products may have trace amounts of almonds, which can pose a potential serious health threat for people with related allergies. The milk was sent to retailers in more than 24 states earlier this month, including Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, and Pennsylvania. No illnesses have been reported.
Our time right now is 5:07. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather right here on the side of the screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Just about 6 weeks to go till Election Day. So whose messages will win out? I'm Christine Frizzant with a campaign preview coming up.
You're watching Your Day.
Get an 11% rebate on everything for your bathroom update at Menards.
now here's a look at satellite radar showing those clouds moving in now. Some heavier rain we had in the early hours this morning, right around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. Since has moved out. Now panning out, you can see a part of this big system we have here, a low pressure off to our northeast, bringing rain to parts of Canada, right, West Virginia, West Virginia is even drier than we are. They really need the rain. Pennsylvania, down to the southwest, out towards Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, those areas. That is the next low pressure system that's essentially just going to kind of ride this and continue to move off to the northeast, bringing us the chances of some rain. So here's how that goes on Futurecast as we head through the day today. We could see a little bit of sunshine peeking through the clouds, but generally speaking, mostly cloudy conditions. And then through the evening, late evening into the overnight hours, we'll see that chance of rain return after around 8 p.m. or so, especially into the overnight hours and through the day tomorrow. Not expecting a consistent all-day rain tomorrow, but the chance is there for some on and off showers throughout the day, and even maybe a couple rumbles of thunder as well, but we're not really anticipating anything in the way of severe weather. Now, by Wednesday morning, looking at mostly cloudy conditions clearing through the day, and can't rule out a very isolated shower, though the rain chances Wednesday are very low, only around 10 to 15%. Traffic moving nicely out there right now. Not a whole lot happening on the highways. You can see a few more cars out there too. I-75 and 3rd Street. We got a little bit more traffic than there was. At this time, there's no accidents or construction to report.
Budget hotel chain Motel 6 has now been sold for $525 million. India-based hotel company Oyo will pay cash for the deal, which also includes the chain's offshoot brand Studio 6. Motel 6 was founded in 1962. The name originally came from offering an all-cash nightly rate of $6.
Our time now is 6:20. If you're like us, you love to travel. A new study shows the more you do, the less you age. A closer look at the research next.
You're watching Your Day.
Sponsored by Elk & Elk, dedicated to every
All right, welcome back. Time for your pet of the day. We got our pet regular here, Ryan. Thank you, Angie, for sending in another picture of Ryan. He is always ready to celebrate all of the big and small holidays. So here he is celebrating the start of fall. And temperature is going to be fall-like today in the mid to upper 70s. Mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of sunshine out there as well. If you'd like to see your pet featured on Pet of the Day, head over to Dayton247now.com. Click chime in, and you could see it right up here. Traffic looking pretty good out there right now, moving steadily. A few more cars out there as well. No backups at this time. No accidents or construction to report either.
Lionsgate, the studio behind John Wick, signed a deal with an AI startup company. The Hollywood studio will give the tech company access to its library of movies and shows in exchange for a custom-built AI model. Advocates say generative AI can enhance creators' work and help a cash-strapped industry save time and money. Well, Walmart customers will soon have the option to pay directly from their bank accounts with instant transfers for online purchases. Customers opting for pay-by-bank transactions will see the purchase reflected in their bank account instantly, and Walmart will receive the funds immediately. The consumer advantage of instant pay-by-bank over debit cards is avoiding stacking pending transactions. Olive Garden said it's teaming with Uber to offer delivery for the first time. Darden Restaurants, which owns Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, and other chains, said Olive Garden will be the first of its brands to offer third-party delivery starting later this year. Individual orders will be picked up and delivered by Uber Direct, a premium delivery service. And a new survey of 2,000 respondents examined people's perceptions of reality TV, with results showing many feel unscripted programs are taking too many liberties monetizing people's traumatic moments. Now, the survey was conducted by Talker Research, and it comes after the controversial Bachelorette season 21 finale, in which star Jen Tran was forced to rewatch her engagement breakup on live TV. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your tech report.
You may see some upgrades the next time you go to the movie theater. The industry group representing the largest 8 theater chains in the U.S. and Canada has announced it's investing more than $2 billion in new upgrades. Some of the renovations include new projection technology, better sound systems and seating revamped, carpeting, and better food. The trade group also says arcades and bowling may also be added to theaters. In all, the 3-year renovation plan encompasses 21,000 screens, nearly 70% of the North American box office.
A new study suggests people who travel and experience new adventures in life may age a little bit slower than everyone else. Researchers in Australia say traveling can offset what is the body's slow and inevitable decline. That's because when people travel, they meet new people, have new life experiences, and often take part in relaxing activities like yoga and spa treatments. Prioritizing mental health may be a factor as well.
Here's a look at today's poll question. If you had to pick just one, which season would you live in forever? Get your answers in. Coming up at 6:50, we'll share our answers and take a look at what some of you had to say. You can see it on our Facebook page.
There's only one right answer.
Oh, no. Summer.
No. Our time right now is 6:27. House Speaker Mike Johnson is taking another try at avoiding a government shutdown. The latest from the Capitol 7 days before the deadline.
And here's a live look over the Miami Valley thanks to Skycams. Coming up, Tim's got a look at your forecast.
But first, here's Allie King with America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
Thanks, guys. Well, listen, I gotta tell you, cleaning my yard and my deck has never been easier since I started using this Cenex leaf blower. It's lightweight and easy to use. You can see I'm holding this with just one arm. It's also battery operated. This is great because I'm not buying gas. I don't have to fill it with gas. There's no oil changes, no difficult pull starts. In fact, this little orange trigger is all I have to use to get it started. There's also 3 speeds to choose from, and it has a concentrator nozzle that I love because it gets in all those hard to reach places. But I want to make sure you guys know that this leaf blower isn't just great for leaves. You can use this on your driveway, your deck. Whenever you have too much mulch or pollen, it'll clean all that right off. I've even brought this upstairs to clean out my dryer vent. Right now, we're offering 55% off the Cenex leaf blower. Head on over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
From this can't miss moment to this hello new grandpa moment to that whatever this is moment. Your moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older, or 60 or older with certain chronic conditions, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. You have options. Ask your doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Because moments like these matter.
It's the best damn podcast in the land, bringing you stories from the sidelines you've never heard before. The Buckeye Fever Podcast, streaming wherever you get your podcast. Watch it right now.
The stars are shining on GMA this week. Kristen Bell and Adam Brody, Kate Winslet, Uzo Aduba, Shailene Woodley, Niecy Nash, Divine Joy Randolph, Javier Bardem. New Kids on the Block this week on
Good morning, America!
It's our season premiere from The Roof with Halle Berry and Kelsey Grammer. New season, same me. I have lost the battle with the wind in these bangs. You're welcome.
Today at 4 on ABC 22.
It's Watson's Big Spa event, our biggest spa sale of the year. Spas from only $29.99. 5-person spas only $39.99. And premium 6 to 7-person models from just $49.99. Plus 36 months interest-free financing during Watson's Big Spa event.
How did Bernie Moreno make millions? His family used their political connections to get rich off our tax dollars. Moreno's powerful Colombian family funneled our money to Latin American banks for so-called development projects. Projects his family invested millions in, and then they funneled money back to Bernie. The perfect cover for Bernie to cash in. Our tax dollars, a Moreno family windfall. Bernie Moreno only cares about himself. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance. Visit shelterinsurance.com and find an agent to help you choose the coverage you need. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Summer may be winding down, but the savings are heating up during Watson's summer closeout sale. Get unbeatable deals on all patio furniture, above-ground pools, and more. All up to 70% off while supplies last. Plus 12 months interest-free financing.
Good morning, I'm Alex King.
And I'm Melina Brown. Here are 3 quick stories to get your day started. I'll be there for you. Friends, one of the best TV shows of all time, premiered 30 years ago yesterday.
Wow.
I remember my mom watching this like as I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up watching it a little bit here and there. Obviously, like, I was born in 95, so a year after this. So didn't really watch it until I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it has so many seasons.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so popular. I'm not a diehard Friends fan, but definitely loved it, so. And speaking of throwbacks, Gen Z is bringing back the popular pocket-sized virtual pets, Tamagotchis.
These are super fun. I just remember when I was younger being jealous of all the kids that had more than me.
Oh.
And we were not allowed to play them at school. But then quickly, like, did you ever have a DS?
Yes.
Okay, so this like quickly turned into kids having like just so many handheld PSPs, DS, like all.
This was
Game
like the
Boy.
start of just everyone loving technology, for sure.
And Mudang! The adorable baby pygmy hippo is so popular that the zoo in Thailand is getting her own live stream. And if you see Melina Brown is watching live stream 24 hours a day, just know I'm obsessed.
Just mind your business.
Mind your business. She's so
Look at that little smile. She's so precious.
This doesn't even do her justice. You literally have to go online and search her up because she's everything.
She just looks like a little rubber alien of cuteness, and I just want to.
Do they not, like, what is a pig? Is a pygmy a smaller hippo?
I don't really know what the difference is, but maybe.
Oh, it's like a dwarf animal, our producer just said. I keep
seeing the video of, like, the caretaker, like, smacking her butt. It's so cute. All right, now let's take a live look from Miamisburg this morning. We are waking up to a nice start to the day here in Dayton. Definitely still
dark.
Pretty dark out there.
Yeah. It's only going to continue to get darker and darker.
First staying dark throughout the morning. Yeah.
But even though it is dark, it's still going to be warm today. Let's go ahead and send things over to meteorologist Tim Boyd.
Warm, but not nearly as hot as it has been. Temperatures in the 90s the past couple of days and upper 80s yesterday. Today, though, right now we're pretty mild. Actually, for this time, 6:34 in the morning, a little warm, 67 degrees right now in Dayton, 70 out towards Columbus and Cincinnati. And it's actually interesting because a cold front has already moved through. That's why we saw some rain this morning, and that's out towards Cambridge and Athens. You kind of see where the winds start coming from the west and then the south right there and kind of meeting right along there. That's where our front is at. So you would expect it to be a little bit cooler, but still pretty warm out there. Temperatures around 5 to 10 degrees warmer right now than this time yesterday. Traffic moving right along right now. Not a whole lot happening out there, but definitely some more cars out there over the last hour or so. No accidents or construction at this time.
House Speaker Mike Johnson is trying to once again avoid a government shutdown. He unveiled a new short-term spending bill Sunday. This comes just a week before the deadline. The new proposal would keep the government open through December 20th and provide $230 million for the U.S. Secret Service. Johnson says the continuing resolution contains extensions that are, quote, absolutely necessary. Johnson's previous plan would have funded the government through February. It failed after most Democrats and a handful of Republicans rejected it.
The mayor of Birmingham, Alabama, is calling on state lawmakers to take action following Saturday night's mass shooting. That shooting leaving 4 dead and 18 others hurt.
There's a certain element in this city, there's a certain element in this community who are too comfortable riding around with semi-automatic weapons, automatic weapons, conversion switches, and everything else, whose only intent, hell-bent intent, is to harm people, shoot people, kill people.
Mayor Woodfin says he wants to work with the state to give law enforcement more power to crack down on assault weapons. There have been no arrests, and the city is asking the public for help.
Now on to North Carolina, where several top associates of Republicans' governor candidate Mark Robinson have resigned. The resignations come just days after a CNN report uncovered inflammatory comments Robinson allegedly made on a porn website more than a decade ago. Robinson is in an active competitive race against Democrat Josh Stein. Robinson's campaign announced yesterday Robinson's campaign manager, deputy campaign manager, finance director, and senior advisor have all stepped down. Several other officials have also left Robinson's campaign. Robinson has denied the allegations raised in the CNN report.
Donald Trump is sticking with his decision not to debate with Kamala Harris for a second time.
The problem with another debate is that it's just too late. Voting has already started. She's had her chance to do it with Fox. You know, Fox invited us on, and I waited and waited, and they turned it down. They turned it down.
In a post Saturday, the vice president says she's accepted an offer from CNN for a debate in October. It would use the same rules as the CNN debate in June between Trump and President Joe Biden.
And the Democratic presidential candidate started September with more available campaign cash than Donald Trump. According to new filings with the Federal Election Commission, the vice president took in nearly $190 million directly to her campaign in August. That's more than quadruple the nearly $45 million former President Trump's campaign reported that month. Harris's campaign also outspent her opponent in August. The bulk of the spending on ads. Despite the spending, Harris's main campaign account had $235 million in available cash at the start of September. That's compared to the $135 remaining in Trump's coffers.
The Israeli military and the Iran-backed Hezbollah militant group trading heavy fire overnight Saturday and well into the day Sunday. The Israeli military says it hit some 290 targets, including Hezbollah rocket launchers. In northern Israel, sirens wailed through the night, warning of incoming rockets and missiles. Some hit just north of the city of Haifa. It marks a significant escalation along the Israeli-Lebanon border in over a year of war. White House advisor John Kirby says the U.S. is still focused on a diplomatic resolution.
Nobody's Pollyannish about how hard that's going to be, certainly in light of the events over the last week or so. But that doesn't mean we're going to give up on it. We don't believe that a military conflict, and we're saying this directly to our Israeli counterparts, George, we don't believe that escalating this military conflict is in their best interest.
Hezbollah says it was targeting an Air Force base in retaliation to Israeli attacks on Lebanon this past week.
Our time now is 6:39. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
And your weather on the side of the screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Here's a live look over Cincinnati this morning. The Reds are parting ways with manager David Bell after almost 6 full seasons with the team. The latest from the Queen City next.
You're watching Your Day.
ABC 22 and Fox 45 invite you to Oktoberfest at the Dayton Art Institute. Enjoy food, drink, artisans, live music, and much more. Some of your favorite Dayton 24/7 Now news personalities will be there on Saturday. We hope to see you there.
They come here illegally, and then Sherrod Brown rolls out the welcome mat. Brown voted to give amnesty to 11 million illegal immigrants, including those convicted of crimes like drunk driving, aggravated assault, and child abuse. And Brown voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities in Ohio, which released dangerous illegals back on the street, making Ohio's neighborhoods less safe. Sherrod Brown, way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. CJ Stroud putting up points with My Lowe's Rewards.
He is really cleaning up.
Come on, man.
It's the cart. He's got all the cleaning supplies in his cart.
In store, online, our Lowe's team has you covered.
It's been this way for a while now. The same products, the same offerings, year after year after year. It's time for innovation that benefits you. Introducing the Fiesel Solar Roof, using sleek, low-profile solar shingles. Installs like a traditional roof, protects from the elements, saves money, and generates clean energy. Power your home with the Fiesel Solar Roof. It's time for a change.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got one.
I got one.
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you. I've swiped on you. No. Okay. Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
The all-new Camry is 100% hybrid. Lease one now for $299 per month or get 4.99 APR financing. Find your vibe in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save $50 on select steel battery blowers. Real steel. Find yours.
Sherrod Brown says,
I'll work with anyone to protect Ohio.
but what Sherrod Brown does in D.C. has not protected Ohio children or abused women. Brown supported allowing men in girls' locker rooms. Brown would allow puberty blockers and even sex change surgery for children. And Brown supports forcing women's domestic violence shelters to accept transgender biological men. Sherrod Brown. He's not protecting Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
The weather seemed peachy for this annual Sandcastle Festival in Galveston. From turrets and towers to land and sea creatures, these sculptures transformed sand from the toe-squishy beach staple to artwork. And these billowing cumulonimbus clouds appear bouncy and bubbly in this time-lapse captured as a frontal boundary moved over Traverse City, Michigan at sunset Friday.
For more content like this, like the National Weather Desk on Facebook.
Good morning, I'm Matt Digby. This is the Bob's Discount Furniture Sports Desk. The news coming hours after the final home game of the season, but David Bell no longer the manager of the Cincinnati Reds. This at the end of a season that failed to match the enthusiasm, which in turn was a result of the unexpected success of 2023. The Cincinnati had the chance yesterday to record a weekend sweep of the Pirates. However, Pittsburgh doing enough to win 2-0. It was down largely to Paul Skeens keeping the Reds batters in check. He only gave up 2 hits since he finishing with 3 for the day. Bell and the Reds parting ways just shy of 6 full seasons that the Bowler graduate had been manager. Freddie Benavides will be the interim manager for the remaining 5 games this coming week. Cleveland Browns hosting the Giants on Sunday. Browns would recover a fumble on the opening kickoff, so the very first play from scrimmage, Deshaun Watson down the sideline to Amari Cooper for 24 yards. Home team on the board first. They're up 7-0. However, later in the quarter, Giants are inside the 5, and Devin Singletary powering through for a 1-yard touchdown. Extra point ties the game at 7-all after 1. Late in the second, Daniel Jones throws left to Malik Neighbors. He maintains the catch for a touchdown, and the Giants take their first lead of the day. Then they will get the ball back after a fumble. So right before halftime, Jones to Neighbors again, and the visitors have a 2-touchdown lead at 21-7. Same score in the fourth, but the Browns are inside the 10. Watson to Cooper on the inside route for 6, as Cleveland would go for 2 and convert, so it's 21-15. The Browns get the ball back late, but this pass on 4th down is going to fall incomplete. Giants run out the clock to win 21-15 the final. The Browns are now 1-2. That's a look at sports. I'm Matt Digby.
Our time now is 6:44. Here's a look at today's poll question. If you had to pick just one, which season would you live in forever? Get your answers in into our Facebook page. We're sharing our answers and taking a look at what some of you had to say next.
You're watching Your Day.
Sponsored by the Auto Accident Lawyers at Elk & Elk. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
And Doug.
And if we win, we get to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Isn't that what you just did?
Service!
Stand back, I'm gonna show ya how Doug and Lee will roll ya. You know you gotta live it if you wanna win.
Time out.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive, one-on-one with NFL star Damar Hamlin.
Your life changed on that day in January 2023, cardiac arrest on the field.
He's opening up about the AED, or automated external defibrillator, that saved his life. I'm a little bit embarrassed to say that I really didn't know much about an AED, but that's the big reason why, after experiencing my situation, I was truly, it was life-changing, but I was truly proud to see how many people were inspired, and it just made me want to even lead the charge even more to raise awareness and educate people. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have a big announcement from Hamlin on heart health. Plus, hear what he has to say about that hard hit against Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
So here's the thing about Bernie Moreno. Ohio already voted to protect abortion rights, and this guy would completely ignore us.
Bernie Moreno supports a national ban on abortion and said he's 100% against abortion with no exceptions.
I never imagined I would live in a world where my daughter has fewer rights than I do. And as a mom, I won't let anyone stand in her way. And I won't let Bernie Moreno go to the Senate.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
All right, here's a look at that forecast for today. Temperatures much milder than they have been, making it up into the upper 70s, mostly cloudy. Some sunshine will try to fight through the clouds this afternoon, but generally speaking, more clouds than sunshine, light winds out of the northwest today. Tonight, temperatures in the mid-60s again for a mild evening. On and off showers possible once again through the late night hours, pretty much about after 8 p.m. tonight through the overnight and through the day tomorrow. We'll expect some showers tomorrow. Not a consistent all-day rain, so don't worry about that. More just the chance for some on and off showers throughout the day, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms in the afternoon hours that could drop some potentially heavier amounts if you get up underneath one of those, which would be welcomed across the area since we are pretty dry right now. Hourly forecast today showing temperatures rising up to around 78, 79. It really depends on how much sunshine can get through those clouds and really warm the surface up. In the 7-day forecast, not looking too bad. Temperatures near or just above average for this time of year. Average is 76 degrees. Mostly cloudy Wednesday. Small chance for a shower, only around 15%. Things dry out by Thursday. Traffic not looking bad either. Things moving nicely. No accidents or construction to report at this time. You can see a few more cars out there right now, but still flowing pretty nicely if you're heading out the door. Oh, hey, I'm gonna go over here.
All right, it is time for our daily poll question.
I should probably step where you can see me.
Yeah, we
Where
would
should I
love to
stand?
see you wherever you would like, Tim.
I'm gonna stand over here.
Stand right there, perfect. Okay, so today we are talking, obviously we have our first official day of fall. Yesterday we were starting to see the leaves
I feel so far away from you.
You are far, but you can't tell I'm looking.
Yeah.
So what is today's poll question?
Today's poll question is, if you had to pick just one season to live in forever, which one would it be?
Fall, but not this fall, like October, more November fall.
Melina was bullying us. She was bullying us into picking fall.
It's cool and
Yeah, and it didn't work.
It's cool, it's crispy. You can wear the most comfortable clothes, jeans, sweater, Uggs, scarf, and it's beautiful outside. The changing of the leaves, the wind whistling through. Oh God, don't get me started.
Okay, so Melina is fall.
Obviously.
You know what? I actually feel like I've been having an identity crisis because everything in me is like summer, summer, summer. But I do love the transition into fall and the leaves changing and it cooling off a little bit. But I went with summer just because I am team hot weather first and foremost. So
yeah, and then mine was hard. I couldn't pick between spring or fall because I like spring because everything's coming back to life after a terrible winter. But I have really bad allergies. But I'm ended up going with spring. Fall is going to be my number 2. No summer
Fall's
though.
my number 2. That's why.
Summer's too hot sometimes.
But I like fall before it gets too cold. Once it starts getting too cold.
And summertime in Ohio is kind of nice.
Yes.
It's not too bad, but we've had some pretty bad ones this year.
It was ungodly hot this summer.
It's been fine.
With no water in sight. Well, you're going to swim down the Great Miami River? No, thank you.
Go kayaking. All right, our time right now is 6:52. Get your answers if we want to know what you think. You're watching Your Day.
Tune in to Monday Night Matchup on ABC 22.
Tonight at 7:30.
If itty-bitty value meals from other places could talk, they'd talk like this.
If Arby's $7 double meats meal could talk, it'd talk like me. Arby's, we have the meat.
I'm a Republican, have been my whole life. I don't agree with Sherrod Brown on everything, but when it comes to fighting fentanyl,
no one has done more than Sherrod Brown. Sherrod went with me to the southern border so we could see the problem firsthand. Then Sherrod worked with the National Sheriff's Association to craft the Fend-Off fentanyl bill that cracks down on the Chinese suppliers and Mexican cartels, bringing fentanyl into our communities. Sherrod Brown understands the people of Ohio. He works for them, and he's going to do what it takes to stop the fentanyl coming into our country.
I'm Sherrod Brown, and I approve this message.
Life with ear ringing sounded like a constant train whistle I couldn't escape. Then I started taking lipoflavonoid. With 60 years of clinical experience, it's the #1 doctor-recommended brand for ear ringing. And now, I'm finally free. Take back control with lipoflavonoid.
Marshall's buyers are detail-obsessed perfectionists who take quality very seriously and go to the ends of the earth to hustle the best of the best for you. Yes. We get the deals. You get the good stuff. Marshall's.
This is Burton Cummings, the voice of a generation. Burton Cummings, 60th Anniversary Hits Tour. September 26th at Rose Music Center at the Heights. From the voice of the original Guess Who's classic hit songs to his incredible solo career, Burton Cummings and his band, 60th Anniversary Hits Tour. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Dayton Credit Union is proud to recognize those who are making a difference in our community with our Do Good for Dayton contest. This month's winner is Caleb Ingram, who encourages church attendees to connect and serve with local nonprofit organizations.
Caleb, on behalf of all of us at Dayton Credit Union, we thank you for the help you provide to our community, and we're proud to present you with this check for $250 for all the good you do.
Thank you so much.
Dayton Credit Union encourages everyone